I used to think my family loved me. It wasn't because they said it, but because my grandfather did. When my parents were too busy with their own lives, he was the one who stayed with me. He taught me how to work with my hands, keep my promises, and be kind even when others weren't. After he died, I thought all I had were those lessons. I was wrong. He left me more. When the will was read, I came in wearing nice clothes, feeling calm. Everyone else looked like they were going to a party. My cousin laughed on his phone. My aunt had champagne. My mom never even looked at me. The lawyer gave us envelopes. Mine was empty. It felt like a bad joke. My cousin yelled, $150,000, baby, and gave my brother a high five. I just sat there like no one saw me. I leaned over to the lawyer. There's nothing in here. She said my grandfather changed the will. Your part was taken away. My mom finally turned to me, her voice sweet and slow. Daniel, maybe he thought you didn't need it. I left before they could see my hands shake. That night, I sat in my car until the sun came up. No one called to check on me. For months, I lived in a small apartment, hearing dishes clatter all night. I wondered if I had made up everything my grandfather's love, my place in his life. I tried to find answers, but every door was closed. One rainy Monday, there was a knock at my door. I opened it to a man in a suit with a briefcase. Mr. Hayes, he said, I am the person in charge of your grandfather's real will. He put 2 papers on my table. One was stamped by the court. The other was the fake will my family had seen. Someone filed a fake paper, he said. The real will never took you out. I just stared at him. He said my inheritance was still all there. The real will gave me 42% of everything. Land, money, and the family business. Hayes Antiques. They had lied about selling the business. The papers they used were fake. The person who signed them had been dead for 2 years. They hadn't just stolen from me. They had tried to erase me. The court froze all the money. I was given a legal paper to keep my relatives away from me. My cousin's voicemails were full of panic. My aunt's texts went from denying everything to begging. And my mom showed up at my door, smiling, saying, Danny, we should talk. We're still family. I didn't open the door. The investigation moved fast. They found emails and recordings. They had a clear plan to hurt me. Then a letter came. It was in my grandfather's handwriting, written 6 weeks before he died. It said, if you're reading this, it means they did exactly what I feared. He wrote about how he saw them circling for years. He made sure I would be protected. And then he wrote, you never asked me for anything. That's why I left you the key to the business, to the land, to everything they will try to take. I didn't cry for the money. I cried because it meant I hadn't made it all up. I mattered to him. On court day, my mother sat pale and stiff. My cousin cried. The judge made the real will official. I didn't celebrate. I just took a full breath for the first time in months. The lawyer handed me a small note that said, Daniel Hayes, sole trustee. After that, there was only silence. No more calls, no more yelling, just nothing. I drove out to the land he left me. The cabin was still there. Inside was a photo of me at 8 years old, smiling like I belonged there. I sat in his chair and felt the quiet. This was mine. Not just the land, but the proof that I was worth protecting. I didn't answer their calls. I didn't talk to reporters. I didn't try to get revenge. I just wanted peace. Justice came in court orders and frozen bank accounts. And when their voices finally went quiet, I learned that sometimes silence isn't loyalty. Sometimes it's being involved in something bad. And I don't owe anyone my silence anymore. You can live through betrayal and rebuild. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is just walk away and never look back.